Oh yeah, and I learned how to use Adobe XD, so now I can wireframe and prototype websites and apps.
Dope.
Okay, well, we start streaming.
Oh,
Perfect.
hello.
Learning.
Guys,
the theme.
education is the strongest resource and spell you can ever cast on yourself.
It truly
Whoa.
is. So this is
I
session
mean-
6 of Torchbearer. We're gonna play some Torchbearer Curse Lands.
We are the number one Torchbearer channel that has not had a heated gamer moment.
I don't think so. I don't think any Torchbearer channel. I cannot lay claim to that.
I gotta say with most certainty, and if someone wants to refute this, like you can leave a comment in the chat saying whatever you want. I won't read it.
Leave a comment in the chat and I won't read it. It won't be refuted
Nice.
in chat.
That's metal.
Alright, yeah, so Torchbearer has stuff to do at the beginning of every game. Primarily, last time, I did not record session 5, but I did make a fancy little summary for the YouTube. There was like some issue, some OBS issue, I think, where it was like looping the audio over itself, and then it was like my computers couldn't handle it, and then it crashed. And then I thought when I restarted it, I clicked stream, but I guess I didn't. So it didn't record, but I made a summary. But that's me. What about you? So let me look at see who did the last time. Who did the last time? Chris did the prologue for session 5. Sorry. So Tyler or Steed? Anyone want to remember several months ago?
Feels like it, eh?
Oh, it
Yeah.
was. Let's see if I can remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember really hard right now.
You can just scroll up in
think-
the chat, like, or
Oh, and just kind of piece together
yeah,
what happened.
or were we?
We Luke 15:31. Yes, it's coming back now.
Can this be like a duo remember
No,
session?
because you gotta get whoever gets gets the reward. Unless you
Do
guys
we
don't
get both?
unless you don't want the reward, in which case you could be.
Can we do a recap? But do we get bonus points if we we sing it to the tune of Modern Major General or any other song from HMS Pinafore?
If you do that, you'll get the roleplay award at the end. Sure.
Nice.
If you wanted to do that.
I don't know. I like the idea of like musical recaps. I think they're fun, and everyone should do them if they're able to.
Oh, I can't do that. I don't think.
Well, somebody would have to do like the medley with like their mouth, because I think if we played, musicals from 120 years ago, I think we would get in trouble.
I can't remember it. The only things I remember is us getting the bow and going through that tunnel and getting to
Sounds like you're doing the recap. Let's go.
My Son's Rock. We went into an untrapped area. That's where we found the bow. Oh shoot! It's so far. It's so long ago.
We fought the rats.
We fought some rats. Yeah. And we were heading back to the town, but we got sidetracked because we were like, "What's in this tunnel?" And we went through it. And we were I dug up into the top, and now we have a way there. But we're about to head back. I know that.
I think you did it. That's all I can remember. Really.
That's game.
They're about right. Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, so you get to cure your exhausted. Huzzah.
Oh, nice. Wait, we're all exhausted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not you
Like,
anymore.
I'm more exhausted because it's winter, but that's outside of the game.
Oh. Okay. So, yeah, the I guess the one thing that you didn't cover was that I think Chris delivered the prologue, but also he delivered like a lore dump, which I'm so regret not getting on recording because it was like really top notch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that reminds me. I should get my notes out.
Yeah, so Chris delivered a lore dump at the beginning, and then we played, and I think there was like a sort of escape room esque feel to getting into the vault, and then that was it.
Yeah.
So-
We got into Vault 76. We found many things.
Found a bunch of things. Yeah, so you guys are currently took a tunnel that was like dug into the basement of the guild hall that led south, and it's an earth tunnel. If you zoom in, I can actually zoom you guys in. So it's right here, earth tunnel, and it led.
Wait, where? Nothing changed on my screen.
It didn't. How do I do it? Do it? Does that do everyone? Everyone's here now.
Still on the Central Heartlands map.
Yeah, I haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm still
Oh,
here.
why are you there?
You must connect us. We must make Crowthorn whole.
That's so
again.
weird. Okay, so now you're here, and hopefully looking at that. So
I'm looking at the Hall of Heroes.
now are you looking at it?
Now I'm looking at that. Now I'm looking at the map. Now I'm
Yep.
looking at the Hall of Heroes again. Now I'm back at the map.
But why? Alright. So in the guild hall there's like the different levels of the guild hall, but in the basement there's a vault, wine cellar, and kind of a tunnel that leads north and south. The one that south is made of earth. You guys took an earth tunnel after unlocking it, got to My Sun Rock, and then like Roman kind of dug up out, and it was like kind of raining, kind of sleet, and it was like making the rain sort of like the cold rain hitting the ever burning forest. It was making this like big huge smoke that was like billowing out of the forest and like kind of like making the whole area really like densely smoky, and like the smoke's kind of like seeping in to the tunnel and kind of filling up the tunnel with smoke as well. So where to now? I think that's good.
Shouldn't we do goals and stuff?
Yes, thank you for reminding me. You're on the ball. Goals.
Oh yeah, I have the plague. I forgot about that. That
Oh, yeah.
sucks.
Plague.
You should not get the plague next time.
Tell me about it.
Oh yeah, so you're a plague carrier. Do you want
How
me to
does
tell
that
you the
happen?
rules about that, or do you want me to let you be
Surprise us!
surprised?
Surprises!
Surprise!
Surprise! Surprise!
I feel like everyone wants a surprise.
I
I
mean,
want Elf-
yeah, I guess the only thing is like it depends on like if I like know that I have it or not. How would I know? Like I know out of character, but in character, how will I find out or know or be able to treat it?
Okay, your eyes turn red. Like the whites of your eyes turn red, like that. Like
Excellent.
like I was watching the show, an episode of that rerun of the show House. I think it's called, or informally called, Devil's Eyes, where the whites of your eyes turn blood red.
Wonderful.
Now,
Yeah,
is that
our eyes are red.
like, are they bloodshot red, or is it just like he's got an evil glow red? PG-13.
It's more like evil glow. Like his whole eye is red, besides his like eye, like colored, and his pupil.
Well, you know what? I think this will be a great lesson for all of us in how we treat others because they're different and have diseases.
Cool.
Yeah.
You should take prep for that.
I guess to note,
I'll consider it.
It starts, yeah. So the cold rain, yeah, turns into kind of like a sleet, where it's kind of like might start snowing.
Wait, stop. Goals, beliefs, and instincts.
Yeah. Goals, beliefs, instincts. Who wants to go first? Sounds like Roman. Steed, you got it.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay. Belief. Everyone deserves help unless they prove me wrong. I don't know about your goal yet, but my instinct is always to for traps when entering a new area. And my goal. Just give me a second and someone else get. I can't even remember what we're doing now. I know we're just going back in town to hand in money and different items.
Well, we found the bow, right?
Yeah, but I thought you were keeping the bow. Aren't you supposed to pay us for finding
Well-
the bow?
I mean, no.
Wait, what the?
Why would you pay him? Why would he pay us just because we helped him find the bow? I thought this was a friendship thing.
The vault.
No, I mean, like, I was told you that we were going to be going somewhere dangerous, and you're like, you said that you wanted like to find treasure and junk, right? I don't know why you're here. So like, I found the bow, but I'm going to keep helping you guys until you feel like you're ready to move on. I'm going to hold up my end of the bargain. If once we feel like you've got treasure or whatever it is you came here for, then I'm gonna go. But until then, I'm gonna help you guys out.
Yeah. So I believe the original task was delivered by Elfwin's mentor, and he I think was located at Crossroads Keep, and sent you, I guess, told Elfwin to collect people and go look for the bow, and then he'll kind of tell him what to do next upon his return.
Yeah,
you
so-
give the bow back to your mentor.
Yeah, I mean, I will eventually.
So we're
But,
just stopping by the tent city just to get like new.
This is gonna be
Materials
the
and
winter
ashes.
session,
Oh.
so if you
Yeah.
guys adventure too hard, you'll be stuck adventuring in the winter session, and yeah, it's gonna be bad. So grab as much loot as you can and head to town.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, that's the other thing. Like, winter is coming, so there's no point in me leaving this area now. I want to get my stuff together, and
My
But yeah,
goal
I think
is
that
to
in
sell
general, that
stuff-
would be a good. Yeah. So
sell stuff
Hold
in tent city.
So what your goal is to sell your stuff in Tent City?
Yes, sell.
Prepare
whatever
for
we
the
have
winter.
in tent city and prepare for the winter. If we can't escape this area.
you can never escape winter. Winter is everywhere.
So functionally, would that be like squaring up your bills at the end? Because as soon as
Sure.
there is no selling stuff, like it's all one roll, sort of.
Yeah, just to get to town and prepare for winter. If there's no way to get back.
Okay.
Because right now we did our goal. We got the bow, and we had some treasure. So, I don't think anything other quests that we picked up on the way.
Not really.
Yeah, so that's my goal. Just to get safely to town and just prepare for winter.
Okay. And what's your instinct?
Instinct. Oh yeah, I could switch my instinct. Always haggle for good prices, if that's an instinct.
Yep. That'll let you do a haggle roll when you get to town.
Oh, cool.
Can't you do those anyway, though?
Cost of living goes up by 1, and because it's the winter session, cost of living of everything in town is doubled. So, it still costs to haggle. It still cost +1, I think, because it's doubled.
Wait, so haggling is bad in wintertime?
Everything's bad in wintertime.
Okay, so I'm not gonna haggle. I'm not increasing that. Instinct, just Search for new information in town, or search for new rumors.
Okay. It's still gonna double, I believe.
Are you serious?
Everything's
Okay.
doubled.
Do nothing in town. Always search for traps in town. Does it?
I don't know if that. I don't know. Think about an instinct.
Always search
It'll,
for traps.
if you want
I'm
to
not
do,
switching my instinct
if you
it
want to do
increases
something,
living.
What is your instinct?
Just always search for traps when entering a new area.
Okay.
Maybe I walk on a bear trap or something.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I believe anything worth doing is worth doing in style. And as an instinct, I always assess the danger when presented with a threat. And my goal for this session is to get a lead on where my shipmates ended up.
Okay. And Elfwin.
Alfwin.
Sorry.
Alfwin. Alfwin. Alfwin.
Thank you. I believe it is that the forest is in ruins, and it's everyone's responsibility. My goal is to square up our debts in town.
Okay.
And my instinct is,
It's like get on map. Use your labor to like haul more extra treasure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, what would be a good one for like use my labor to?
If you like I was gonna tell Steed, like if you absolutely want to do something in town, it does cost double, but like having it as an instinct will like make the cost go -1, essentially. So
yeah. So like
if it costs,
my goal is to square up our debts, so we
Yeah.
need to get stuff that's worth, or we need to get stuff like with value to town to do that, right? So I was gonna say, like, if there's something to, if there's something to carry, haul it. I don't know.
yeah, like always haul treasure. That sounds like an instinct.
Yeah. Okay.
That being said, does anyone else want to, like, Steve, do you want to switch your instinct or do something? Because now we've talked about it a little more.
Yeah, I'm going with always haul as much treasure as is reasonable.
Oh, no, always haul
No
an
need-
unreasonable amount of treasure.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to exactly, I don't want to have it, yeah, exactly. I don't want to kill myself.
Yeah, because we have nothing to carry our treasure, right?
I have a magic spell.
Yeah.
You have your own 2 hands.
Yeah, I guess I'll just help him carry the treasure. That is the main goal. Just instinct help when a party member is in need of it, or how I explain that? Just the same instinct then, just so we could get all the treasure in one go.
Okay. Perfect. So where to? You, Roman, you stand atop My Sun Rock, looking south. Your 2 comrades are below an earthen tunnel, the base of a ladder, looking up, asking you, like, what's out there? Like, where are we? What do you do? What do you say? Roman, you're the ones out there.
Oh, man.
It's just lots of smoke up here. There's nothing. I'm gonna just go back down.
Alright, I believe you previously dug a tunnel, so I'll let you... It'd be a good idea to just slide back through the tunnel.
Does someone... Do we have a stick? Like large
stick?
or something. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just gonna make
you're
the
the
tunnel
one on
bigger
surface. You could
before
probably
going
find
down.
one around.
Yeah, I'm just going to just find like a large stick, so we just can make the tunnel bigger before I go in, because I was almost stuck last time.
Yeah, I'll say like it's a good idea. It's easier to go down than up, so
Yeah.
it's like slide it. You let you slide down for free.
Yeah, there's nothing up there. Just lots of smoke and forest. I think we should go back.
All right.
I can dig it.
Yeah. So just to recall, the earthen tunnels, like kind of like dry earthen tunnels, being the base of which, or yeah, like the floor of which is now kind of like smoky, because because it's the smoke's kind of pouring into the little gaps and the place where you dug out, and the smoke's kind of
Didn't it take
heavy
us,
because
like,
it's cold.
2 hours to get here, or like a long time.
Yeah, took you a while. It's getting dark out. There's definitely like a cool breeze like blowing in now through the hole that you made. So are you heading back, or?
Head back. Let's get
Sounds
back.
good to me.
All right.
Alright, so you head back and make your way over the kind of low half bricked up wall that led into the basement of the guild hall. Did you drive off the rats, or did you kill them? I don't remember.
Drove off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know. So, what are you guys doing now? I believe here I have a. Is it under established facts? No. Or mapped locations? No. Dropped on the ground. There we go.
Hold on. I'm editing it right now.
Oh, okay.
Just to clean it up a little bit.
So yeah, there's like a bunch of stuff dropped on the ground.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just finish editing it, and then I'll show it to you guys. I'm almost done. I've been doing it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna like read it, I guess, because like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're editing it. So yeah, in the basement there's a rolled up carpet. There's a dark wood cabinet. It's quite heavy. And there is some bottles, empty wine bottles. At the top part of the camp, there's a bunch of stuff. But yeah, there is, yeah. Okay, so you edit it. So yeah, there's
Yep, it's done.
cheese, there's a blanket,
So
some
yeah,
copper,
now it's all.
scroll, letter detailing the weaknesses of the trolls, a ruined helmet, some beer, cloak, journal, spell book with a bunch of spells in it, carpet, shield, deed, some random notes, and the grappling hook.
Okay. Okay, so we're here.
So what is? I guess, yeah. Figure it out. Figure out what you guys want to do.
Oh wait, sorry. I need to edit this a bit.
Okay, how much empty space do we all have? I have a large sack with 4 spaces empty.
I'm kind of full up.
Okay. Okay, so I have my spell book. And I am carrying the other spell book in the journal.
Okay, I believe.
But yeah.
Spell books are pack 2 then?
Yeah. So I've got my spell book, I've got a rope, I've got the beach trug and the exhaustion poultice. That's, by the way, do we have to use those in camp? The poultices?
Yeah, they are bonus dice to the recovery rolls, so you can use them in camp or in town if you're recovering in town.
Oh, all right.
I guess to note, there is no hotel in Penn City. There's only a flop house. So I don't think you can recover exhaustion in the flop house. But we'll have to look at the rules.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing I don't really understand about the winter. Like how do we navigate that? Like,
so winter session, basically everything in town, cost of living is 2. If you have to stay at a location over the winter, if you do not stay at a location and you stay on the streets, you're automatically sick without having to make a roll on the streets table. And in addition, I think you do roll on the streets table, and if you get like a sick again, you're in danger of dying. Because you just like slept in the winter. Because you're automatically sick, and then you roll, I believe. But I'll have to look that up, just because I don't want to kill your characters willy-nilly. And then, because the stay is the entire winter, and then we would go in and talk about the session, essentially, like the session, like the previous season.
Got it.
And vote on traits and stuff like that.
Okay, well, we the only thing we have of any value is like the coins, right? Pretty much. I mean, we've got the carpet, which might be worth something. Gems. Oh, you have those gems too. That's good. Yeah.
I could take the coins and have 2 spaces extra still.
So there's actually 2 carpets, I think.
There are. There's pack 6 carpet and the pack 8 carpet.
Yeah.
And just remind me, how does selling things work?
There's like a list of things, and those things will count as like dice. You cannot split those up. So like big items will need to be used for just like one person, essentially. So if you bring a carpet in, it basically, you give like a handful of dice and it would be able to pay for like one person's stay and whatever they want to do there. If you want to buy things, it's you buy it and trade, but then again you don't you buy things like in a lump sum. There's like 2 rolls. There's like your bills at the end, and then or trading things.
Right. So basically what I'm
for objects, there's no change.
So basically what I'm wondering is like, can we trade this so that we can pay off our debts when we leave? You know, or is
like you'll be getting a certain amount of dice. I think carpets are like 4 to 8 dice or something determined.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll for them when you bring them.
Exactly, to deal with our cost of living. Okay.
I'll probably I'll probably give a little bit more for the larger carpet just because it's I'll probably roll two dice and give one to the
Yeah.
give the higher one to the larger carpet or whatever.
No, yeah, it makes sense.
Okay,
Okay.
I dropped my hammer on the ground. If we're in camp,
Where is it?
and
Okay.
I have I have a large sack that's completely empty.
Okay, so what's the hammer? Pack 5s? Pack 2?
One.
Okay, I added it to the on the ground.
Now
Okay,
I can carry that carpet that's pack 6
in the sack?
in the sack.
Nice. Okay, so I have the exhaustion poultice.
But I guess, but for us, we'll go like this. Does anyone have any checks? Because you could like prepare before going.
I
on.
have one check.
Yeah, I don't have
I
any.
have one check too.
I do not have any.
I don't know where I'd even write if I had a check.
It's up at the top on like for traits.
Oh, I have one.
Okay. So you guys want to like camp here, or do you want to spend them at the before you enter town?
So you can make like recovery rolls in that outside town, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's any rush to do that. Yeah, because I can. Because I want to use this beach truck that I'm carrying because I want to get a nice big Mystic Porter so I can slap the big carpet onto it and maybe some other stuff.
Okay. Do you want to do that now?
Okay, well, it's in the basement, so I suppose I should. And then we can do the checks once we get to the gate. So I'm going to do that now, yeah. And then maybe, I don't know, what else do you guys think we should take back to town?
Tyler, you said you're full, or
I'm full up. I may be able to carry with my hands, but wait.
can you give up anything, like anything non-essential that we could go sell in town?
I can drop my garlic.
No, you wear that around your neck. There's no
Yeah.
point.
I know.
Just anything in your backpack, or just backpack.
Iron spikes probably.
Yeah,
Are any of you guys hungry? I have preserved rations. If we use those up now before we go to town, I can free up some space.
No.
We should keep those just in case.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
not-
Hold
we
on.
have a shield.
Yeah, and I've got the spell book with Wisdom of the Sages, and I'm carrying that one, so I should put that in my inventory. But hold on, I'm just gonna jot it down real quick.
I can drop some iron spikes, and if the lantern isn't full up, I can use the last of this flask of oil. I clear up 2 slots because I'm carrying a lantern.
You could fill the lantern. I believe there's one more use of it, but you could just fill the lantern and like drop the remaining flask on the ground.
That's what I was gonna do. Yeah.
Okay, so you can note that the lantern's full and that you have like one more use of lantern on the ground.
Yeah, I've got.
Wait, one more use of lantern on the ground?
One more like
Flask oil?
refill of a lantern.
Oh, because my flask thing has 1 out of 2, so it's halfway there.
Oh, then it's empty then. Yeah.
Yeah, so there, I got a slot open, and I can drop these iron spikes because I'm not really using them.
The only
Hey.
thing I can think of is the shield.
I will add those.
Sorry?
Black and red. with
I'm
some-
gonna bring the scroll as well once I cast the spell, so I will have all those.
I can carry these gems in my mouth.
Okay. There's one more thing that isn't on there that I'm noting. I believe there's like 2 desks. There's like the cabinet downstairs. That's kind of like just like a fine cabinet. And
Yep.
at the second floor, there's a finely carven wooden desk that doesn't fit out the door.
Okay, so I should put that on the second floor, or
Yeah.
And the rest of this we can like assume is on the first floor, I guess.
They're all kind of on the second floor. That's where you made your camp.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I will put that. I will put finely carved like a desk.
Yeah, you just have to figure out how you're gonna move it. It might require like a roll to like bring it outside or something, or like figure it out because it cannot be just simply picked up and like moved out because it's too wide. It doesn't fit through the door. If you know.
Okay. I mean, honestly, I don't think any of this stuff is essential to take with us. I'm gonna other than the 2 rugs. You've already got the 6-pack one,
I have
right?
the 6-pack in my large sack. Yes.
Okay, I'm
I have
gonna.
a flask of oil.
So if
for
you
2
make
space.
labor tests, you can carry thing like larger. So like if Chris wanted to carry the 6-pack or 8-pack carpet by himself, that's gonna be like a labor test per like movement in game or whatever that means. Like if you get on map, it'll be like you'll still need to make that test, but I guess it'll be an instinct.
Yeah, can I help him with that? Because I said
Is that your instinct? Is to
yeah, my instinct was to just
if
make
you're
things easy.
carrying,
Get treasure.
if your instinct's also to carry treasure, you would also make a separate roll because both of your hands are used to carry the large sack. So you'd make the roll to carry the large sack in one hand, and then you could help make the other roll.
Nice.
I mean, we could like maybe. I know the desk says pack lots, so like for. Do you think maybe we could like
want me to
we
tell
could
you
like
how
team
much?
up and lug that cabinet together? Could we do that?
Instead
Like make a
doing the carpets.
instead of like having to do it each of us? I don't really know. It seems like kind of unrealistic for one person to carry a cabinet by themselves.
Wait, we're carrying the whole cabinet?
I was just thinking, because I'm gonna use Mystic Porter and throw the carpet, hopefully, and the copper coins on there.
What exactly is that spell?
So I think we should
It just.
cast it then, because your plans.
I agree. Let's do that.
Your
Okay,
plan-
I'm gonna cast
Your
it.
plans are to cast it, so I think we should cast it and to see.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
Yeah, I can dig it.
So Mystic Porter is a level 1 spell.
Yes.
How many inventory? I guess how many turns do you want it to last? 4 turns, 5 turns, 6 turns, the whole phase. How many inventory slots do you want? 8 inventory slots, 10 inventory slots, or 12 inventory slots?
Yeah.
You're exhausted, so it's going to increase the obstacle by 1. Is that how that works? The factor, I believe.
Yeah, I wanted to
10 inventory slots for 4 turns?
10 inventory slots, and I wanted to be able to get us to town, obviously. I don't know how long that would be.
Since
Maybe
it's
we
on
should
map,
camp.
it would be like a turn or none. It'd be
Okay,
teleporting.
so 4 turns, basically. So yeah,
Maybe
that's
we
what
should
I...
camp before we head to town, so we get rid of your exhaustion with our 2 checks. Because you're both exhausted, right?
Yeah.
It'll help.
I mean, sure, if you think so, that would be a good thing to do. I don't know. Yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah, that makes sense. Because, like, why would we wait,
Yeah, make it.
if we're going to camp when we get there anyway?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make camp and do that then. I agree.
Alright, so making camp roll. I believe it is 2d6.
I get a +1, don't I?
Do
The
you
camp
have
rolls?
do you have the
Or am I forgetting?
Alright, what level are you? 1?
Yeah.
You would have to have made a survivalist test first. Are you making that
Oh,
test?
okay.
To like benefit the camp in some way? And you'd have to narrate you're doing that?
Sure, yeah, I'll do that. I'll make a survivalist check. So I'm going to try and secure our camp for the winter. So I'm going to try and, make sure it's all well sealed and, away from won't attract any like wild beasts that come for scavenging for food in the winter.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
like you're just gonna like seal it up essentially. So when you leave.
Yeah, exactly. So we maybe can come back next year, but also just look for any weaknesses and try and make it warm and comfortable while we're here today.
Okay. That would be probably survivalist obstacle. Let's say it's going to be obstacle 2.
Okay.
To do that. It's like it has doors. You just like close them and like
I'm gonna use 1 persona point.
Jam the lock or something.
Do you guys want to help me?
I'll give you a hand.
Can.
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna prepare this camp for winter. So I'm gonna if you have any like conceal anything up or pack some stuff away or make it look inconspicuous so that people don't steal the stuff that we've stashed here.
Floorboard and just stick all the things inside that floorboard.
Can I use?
Yeah.
Can I make it look like this is a dangerous place that people shouldn't go to, as opposed to like an inconspicuous one?
I mean, that's also an option. Yeah. If a place looks dangerous and there's no obvious treasure, then that's probably good to keep people away.
Make gang signs. Don't come in here. We'll kill you.
So how are you? What skill will be you want to use to make it dangerous? So I'm not sure what you mean by make it dangerous. You like a trap?
Not necessarily a trap, but I wanted to give the like. It looks like the ground isn't safe, or just it looks decrepit enough that like maybe we just paint a bunch of mold on something.
Sure, but like, what skill do you want to use?
Would criminal help?
Yeah, sure. Like if you're like you're forging, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm forging danger.
Like you're faking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can make it.
Yeah, and I think Roman, you're using Scout to help to hide shit.
I'm using criminal to hide stuff.
Okay.
To hide treasure so it can't be found. I guess it works in reverse, right? You can find treasure that people want to keep hidden and hide treasure that
exactly.
you would use Scout. But yeah.
A Scout? Yeah, I have Scout.
Yeah, you have Scout. It's all the same, I think.
All right. Here we go.
For a thief, anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna use a fate as well. Nope.
Damn it.
Oh
well.
Yeah, you're hungry and thirsty. Why not?
All right, I'm gonna drink my wine. So just to get rid of that right away.
Okay.
I have my jug. If you want to use that.
Because everyone else
is it full of water?
Thirsty.
It is full of water.
So everyone helps.
Okay.
So everyone's hungry and thirsty.
We are. Well, I have an empty jug now. Or so.
Yeah. So we'll all drink water, and you'll have an empty jug.
I got these rations.
Well,
who wants one?
Save it.
No, it's okay. Hang on to those.
Alrighty.
Okay.
All right. So now
+1 on the roll.
Yeah.
So
it's 2d6, right?
Yes, 2d6.
10.
10. Let's give you a minor break. Sure. What minor break? What are minor breaks? Minor breaks. Roll a d6. Roll a single d6. 2. The snow and the rain is, I guess, making like the birds and animals like come more alive, and they desperately try to like finish their preparations. So it's +1 die to hunter, scavenger, and fisher tests.
Ooh.
Because there's animals about.
Well, that's unfortunate given that we're not planning on doing either of those things, but say la vie.
Okay.
Yeah, save the V.
All right. So, yeah,
Exhaustion.
try and recover my exhaustion, and I'm going to use the poultice.
Okay. What's the op for that? I guess you would know because it's on your sheet.
Yep. It's Ob 3 health.
Op 3 health. Did you cast a spell between now and the last time you camped?
I did not.
All right. Yeah. Then
Not bad?
You're good. Oh, it counts as a factor.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay, so Ob 3 health.
Ob 3 health +1 for your poultice.
So, sorry, so I get +1
Dice, yeah. Sorry.
+1 dice. Okay. Okay. And okay, so that brings me to 3. I need to make a 3. So
Your health 4.
Yes.
Your health 4.
Sorry, no, yeah.
Your health 4
Sorry, what?
+1's 5.
What?
Your health is 4?
Oh, right. Sorry. I don't know why I thought my health was 2. That doesn't make sense. Okay, yeah. +1 for yeah. All right, I'll just you know what? I'll spend another persona, bring it to 6. Wonderful.
You fail to recover.
Worth a try.
Okay. Then Tyler, you have 1 check.
I do have 1 check. So we're hungry and thirsty still, right?
I think Steed had a jug of water that he just gave everyone.
Right. My bad. Trying to think.
So you're currently exhausted, but you can also do other things.
I don't think what else I can do. I forged credentials before. I don't know what else I can. Trying to think. Should I do cartography?
I mean, you could if you wanted to.
We got a map to the tent city. Although maybe doing a map of the underground would be a good use of time if we're gonna come back.
I mean,
was thinking about
not being exhausted would also be good.
those two.
Because if you leave town and your debts are paid and you don't have any conditions, you're fresh, right?
That's true. I probably should just cure exhaustion then. I'm just thinking like, will it benefit the group like further down the road?
Yeah. No, yeah. Like, because if we leave town and you guys are both fresh, that's good. You know.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna cure exhaustion then.
Give it a go anyway.
So what's your health at?
My health is at 3.
So it's op 3 health roll, rolling 3 dice. Plus whatever you want. Build your pool.
I got personas. Let's do this. Bump that up to 4.
Huh. Alright. You're good. And I guess finally change your spell.
Ah, yeah, I could do that.
So everyone who casts spells can change spells or rememorize them.
So I have 3 spells. They're all good spells.
So Elfin, you're keeping Mystic Porter, right?
I am, yes.
Okay.
I think if we're going to town, I'm just gonna switch it to Wisdom of the Sages so I can know languages better.
Okay. So that's the end of camp. And now I guess cast your spell. So how many slots do you want? 10?
10, yeah.
Okay. So 10 slots lasting 4 turns is going to be Ob 3, but your exhausted is Ob 4.
Ob 4, okay.
Shit.
Whoa.
Sorry, I just closed my window by accident.
That's fine.
Okay.
No, it's all good.
Um,
I just had 20 tabs open, not like that was important. That's all good.
Oh, you had 20.
What?
Oh,
sorry,
no.
what skill am I using?
Be Arcanist?
Arcanist, okay. Ob 4, eh?
If you're a dog, you're a Barkinist.
So it's my skill rating. I'm using 1. I get an extra 1 because I used the beach trug, right?
Yep.
So that's 4.
If you're really concerned, there's that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap my nature.
Yeah, you can go to the Google Drive and look at the different things.
Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Let me just double check and make sure I understand. How that works, but I'm pretty sure I want to do that. Yeah, so I can tap nature for 1 persona and give myself 4 more.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that.
Yeah, because
but it puts my nature at risk.
Your nature is, if it's outside your nature will go down by 1, I believe. Yeah. Or does it?
I don't know if this counts as singing, remembering, and hiding. Yeah, I guess technically it does. Okay. Anyway, here we go.
Something like that.
4, you said?
Yeah.
I did the thing. Okay, so I'm gonna pile on.
So you make
8.
Describe what the spell does, I guess.
Okay, so a luminant blue.
Sorry, she just woke up and meowed.
Sorry, my cat's yelling. A luminant disc of purple-blue aether emerges from the ground, and it makes like a soft hum as it floats there. And you can like press down on it. It seems like translucent, but when you press down on it, it seems really hard and solid. So, I'll just lug the pack 8 carpet on top of there and the pack 2 coins.
Okay.
And then I will also grab. What else do you guys want me to grab and stick in my backpack?
Do you have any Cheetos? Honestly, I don't know.
I have the spell book.
What exactly do you have? Maybe the wheel of cheese is gonna be run maybe when it comes back.
No, it won't.
sell
Wheel
that.
of Cheese keeps forever. It'll
was
turn
gonna
from
say.
nice. It'll turn from a nice.
It's just going to be
cheddar a
even more tasty when we come back next year.
Yeah, the rind will get saltier, and it'll go from a cheddar to a nice Wensleydale.
Okay, I'm going to put the
What
cask of
menu
beer in my
last year?
backpack. The cask of beer.
I
that
say we
seems
bring the
useful.
Wheel of Cheese.
Well, we will bring the wheel of cheese. How about that?
All right.
I'll make a laborer test.
I can carry the cheese. How big is the cheese?
Pack 3.
Pack 3.
Never mind then. It's a big wheel.
Well, I mean, that's the point, right? We make laborer tests to carry extra stuff.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, a pack 3 for cheese, I think it's too small.
It's like a big wheel of cheese.
The wheel of cheese should be bigger, honestly. Like, this is comparatively small between what is desired.
All right, I'm gonna try and also carry this cheese back to town because the cheese seems good and valuable. So I'm gonna take it.
I like the idea of you just walking into town, just this big wheel of cheese in both your hands, comparing gifts.
How much things are you carrying right now?
I'm full up, but you can still make laborer tests to carry more stuff.
Yeah, so you got the the carpet, the pack 8.
The carpet and the coins, yeah.
And
The
coins.
copper coins and the pack 6 or the pack 8 carpet. So once we, get to town, I'll add that.
I feel like we should pick up the shield just in case.
Sure.
We don't know anything about the shield, right? Or somebody has a connection to it.
I don't know.
It was the same shield that Corbin had, which was the same paint that was painted on the same shield as the one that was in the wagon in the first tree.
That's right.
Not that we knew what that was then either.
Yeah.
We still don't now, but
I'm gonna do a labor test for the shield then.
yeah, and it's the instinct for the session. So I assume I just do it, or
You make your labor test, yeah. So now we what are you laboring to do exactly?
I want to take this cheese with me.
So you want to carry something larger in one hand. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna say it's obstacle 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Obstacle 1 labor test, and Steed, you want to carry the large sack in one hand. Is that correct? So that you can...
I'm carrying, yeah. So just so I can carry the shield.
So that you can carry the shield in the other
Pack
hand?
1 shield.
Okay. So carrying the large sack in a hand is going to be an obstacle 2 labor test.
Okay.
So we'll do those now because they're your instincts. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
And because you're on map, I'll just teleport you to Tent City with a montage of you hugging and hauling these items the entire way.
I have lugged the cheese.
You've lugged the cheese with the beginner's luck. So mark your mark.
I have.
Yeah.
And I have opened laborer.
Nice. Got laborer. And obstacle 2 labor tests. It's gonna be a beginner's luck probably.
Yeah, beginner's luck. I'm gonna pop everything.
Ooh.
So okay. So
That's my beginner's luck again. It's off my nature.
it's gonna be some beginner's luck half stuff. So yeah, since you're not angry, you could instead use your nature in place of beginner's luck. You won't learn it. But if it's outside your nature, it's gonna be tapped by 1. This is where it gets tapped by 1. It's gonna be tapped by 1 if it's outside your nature, because you don't have the skill. But you could potentially roll your nature, spend a persona, roll twice, do twice your nature, and on a success it'll be -1 from your current nature. On a fail, you'd be the margin of failure, and then you could also spend 3 additional persona points, and if you have a relevant trait, to get another dice.
Okay.
Or you could do beginner's luck, which halves it.
I'm gonna do beginner's luck, which halves it.
Okay, so it'll half your
My rolls.
health. So what's your health?
3.
Your health
To
is
1?
3, so it rounds. I don't know which way it rounds off the top of my head. It'll be in the macro. The beginner's luck will do a thing. You could then tap your persona. On a fail, it would tap by the margin of failure. And then you could spend up to 3 additional personas to get 3 dice. You could do a trait to get another dice. So when you do the filling out the thing, you click beginner's luck. You click labor, health, submit, purpose of the roll, hauling stuff. You'd only put your health rating, full health rating in here. You'd click, submit, and then your tap nature, your wises.
Yeah, I'm gonna use.
Or anyone who else will help with the wises.
I guess I'll use Devil May Care for myself. And
So it's kind of like
I'm gonna
being
use
related to a
persona.
thief, and kind of like the daredevil-esque nature of thieving. So how does that help you carry stuff?
I see the threat of like the winter coming, and I don't care, and I just want to carry as much stuff as possible to get back to town with.
You're using your greed to fuel you.
So
Sure.
I'm gonna use Devil May Care to get a dice, and I'm also popping 2 persona points.
Okay, so you're tapping your nature and then using 2 additional persona points, or you just tap your nature and getting 1 additional die?
Yeah, because you spend a persona to tap your nature.
Yeah, I'm tapping my nature and getting an additional die.
Okay, so you're
Okay.
spending 2 fate or 2 persona. You're getting your current nature and 1 extra die, or current nature plus 2 die for your trait.
So 6 extra dice.
Okay.
I have 4 nature plus 1 for Devil May Care and plus 1 for persona.
Yeah.
Crook. I'm gonna pop a fate.
Wait, why?
Are you on the verge of leveling?
I'm on the verge of leveling.
Okay.
If you get a what? What does that matter?
If you're heading back to town, you have more spend.
Right. How much have you used?
I have enough for the persona.
To level.
Yeah,
Actually, no, never mind.
Yeah, only
I'm
use
not-
it
I'm
if
not
you're gonna if it's the difference between leveling and not leveling when you get to town right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I gotta spend my persona. It's starting to be really high.
No, but like if you're not gonna level right now, you may as well save it for something more useful.
Sure. But yeah,
If it's not gonna make the
I'll
difference.
take my fate then.
Because I was thinking like, oh, what do I need to do to get to level 3? I need to spend 1 more persona and 3 more fate. Well, I'm not gonna do that. So
Yeah. I have to spend 2 more fates and 1 more persona. But I'm closer then. And it was just enough for me to hold the shield. So it works out.
Perfect. So travel montage of you guys packing up and sealing the your campsite by like jamming the lock or whatever on the doors, on like the balcony door and the main door in the second floor guild house, and like hiding shit, and then like lugging everything to town. So at the gates, we spend the remaining checks. determine watch. I'm gonna say there's actually no one at watch because everyone is preparing for camp. And so there's no, and also like Tent City isn't guarded really by gates, but by like a palisade of like sharp pointed sticks pointing outward. So happens to be no one there. Roll entering event, entering town event. So 2d6. Be funny if you're like, oh, can't go to town, it's closed.
Yeah, town is closed for business.
8, peaceful town. Dispose of spoiled food. So if anyone had fresh rations, they would rot. Level up.
Nope.
I level up.
So you have the choice, I believe, of getting. One sec, I have it marked. You have the choice between getting Wilder, which would give you a +1 to wilderness rolls to all camp events. They do not stack with the survivalist skill though. Or you could get a additional +1 spell per day of level 1, and then when you meet your mentor, they'll write 1 free spell into your book.
Sorry, so Wilder is.
So you have a choice between essentially a spell or a class ability.
Right, but what does Wilder do? I
So
forget.
Wilder would be +1 to wilderness camp rolls. So the 2d6 after the camp event roll would be you get a +1, but that +1 I believe doesn't stack with the survivalist skill. I believe.
Right, so I can use my survivalist to do it, or
Just get it.
I could
for
do
free.
this for free now. Yeah. Okay.
Or you can get like
Or you can get another first level spell.
a
basically.
spell per day.
And he'll write it in my spell book for free if I get to him.
Yeah.
Does it have to be a spell I know
What do you
or
mean?
have access to, or can it be any of the first level spells? I just don't know how that works.
So just kind of like how you have, it's like an extra spell slot and extra spell known. And so you have spells you know, which I believe is only the one. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So it'll be an extra use of that spell until you get a new spell. And then you can either learn new spells by like studying the
by doing
book,
scholars on spells, books, or scrolls.
Go find your mentor. He'll write a new one in your book at first level.
That's what I mean, though. Like, if I go and find him,
Mm-hmm.
will he write a
new
spell? Will he only write a spell that I know, or will he write a spell that he knows?
He knows. You won't know it. It'll be a new spell.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
having said all that, I
so
still think I want to take Wilder because I don't really want to go too deep in the magic on this character because I think they're more of a man of action. I'm gonna go with Wilder.
Okay. Who else levels?
I'm level 2, I think.
So you are level 2 now. You are now, instead of an apprentice, you are now a neophyte, and you get a +1 extra spell per day. If you meet your mentor, you will get a new spell.
So does that mean I can memorize 2 spells, or do I just get like another slot for spells?
Memorize 2 spells.
Woo! I want to learn people's languages as I bombard them with ethereal hornets.
And the thief. I'll have to look on the level chart for thief. Let me look that up. I don't know where I'm looking. Possibly in the documents. Do you have the thief? Like, do you know the thief?
No, I tried looking for it. I can't find it.
Okay. Torchbearer. Classes? No. Torchbearer bundle? Demo characters? No. It should be in the Google Drive. Let me pull that up. Google Drive. Google Drive. Go to Google Drive. Go to my Torchbearer.
Okay, I found it. It's just add surprise attack and
You get to choose.
improvisational.
So you choose between those two. Then. So, there we go. Beef. Yeah. So you have their choice. Your level benefit is either surprise attack or improvisational.
So if I get improvisational, I don't really need thieves tools anymore.
Yeah, I think they still give you a bonus dice. What that means is if you don't have your pack, usually all your tools you need for the tests are in your pack. But if you say we're separated from your backpack, you wouldn't suffer the -1 penalty for those tests because you can always just find like little bits and bobs and stuff.
Nice. I'm leaning towards surprise attack, but I'm not sure how to be in a hidden or concealed position.
So
in
you
combat.
hide mechanically, and that might mean doing a maneuver first to be like, I go and hide, and then succeed on that maneuver, so then you're hidden. You know? And then next time you faint.
Can I see the different types of encounters?
Sure. I don't know what you mean. Now I do. So, probably when making an action is made from a hidden or concealed position. Probably kill might be capturing someone, and probably drive off for fighter.
I'll try the surprise attack. Yeah, I'll go with surprise attack.
Okay, so write that down, I guess, at the bottom of your sheet. And I'm just gonna take like a few minute break. Just need to go to the washroom.
Sure.
All right. Going back to the map. So everyone's leveled.
Yep.
I'm not able to memorize spells right now, am I?
No, it's not. It's usually at the end of camp or at the end of town phase. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not double, it's just +1. So, winter resources. This says, aside from above special rules, winter acts like a town phase. You must find accommodations, pay your bills at the end of the phase. However, the lifestyle cost in town is increased by 1 per each activity, including the accommodations. So... Funeral and honors. If you lost a friend during the past year, say a few words for him or her over the solstice bonfires that the priests erect before the temples. So, I guess this is where we would remember our previous characters.
Wait,
Which previous characters?
Any of them that we've played over the past year, as like a, as not like the it's more of like but it's kind of weird because your characters don't know anybody. I don't know the other
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was about to say
It's
that.
TPK.
We have no idea.
So yeah, I guess somewhere someone's remembering your characters. So I guess
In a different timeline.
yeah,
Corbin remembers us.
Corbin will remember. You see Corbin there, just like standing. No. But yeah, so I guess where were you? What characters you played this last 2 seasons? I guess that we've played. We started the game with, I believe, was Mad Jack.
Yep.
Risotto, the dwarf. There was Steed's character was the cleric named Samson. There was Tiberius, which Andrew played, but he only played, I think, 2 or 3 sessions with us, maybe 4 sessions.
Yeah,
Basically,
I remember. Yeah, we played enough so that he could like be rude and embarrass me when we went to the witch's house.
yeah. So he played like prior to us streaming, and then we started streaming. And Arnib played Billy the Halfling, who
It's true.
played a couple of sessions streaming, and then he took up running, and he hasn't played with us. He made a character this for season 2, but that hasn't played with us this entire season.
Terrible.
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 He makes
Truly terrible.
He makes terrible life choices.
I bet he's
Health?
healthy now. What a dick.
Yeah.
What a fool. Health. Wellness. Ugh.
I bet he's breathing really good right now.
So, Older and Wiser said, most children are born during the summer and early autumn, but winter is a convenient time to remember that you've survived another year. Age your character by 1 year.
Oh,
I am 122. Or sorry, 145. How did I forget?
Just like Baby Yoda, I do not physically mature until age 200.
So, Wiser, take a new wise that reflects your experiences of this year. Highlight some knowledge or wisdom that you learned during your exploits. The GM that other players must approve. And if you have the maximum of 4 wises, you can change one of your current wises.
I'm Roman wise.
You're Roman wise?
Yeah, wise to Roman.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, like that's if. Does everyone approve of that one? I would think that's.
Please don't approve of that.
no,
I mean, I don't know.
I don't want that.
Is it-
You should be doing that. I know you.
That's not in the book.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys just highlight your own. Something you've learned, something you're wise in now. Wises have to be either about specific places, people, monsters, things, and you would have to have encountered them during your time. I guess just this one adventure because of the TPK.
How long were you on this adventure? Like less than a week?
It would have been a month, like be a whole season, essentially. Every time you
Yeah, so-
camped, it would probably have been a couple of days of camping. Every time you went to the city, it may have been a week or something. If you got accommodations in a city, it would probably more likely be a month of like just staying in the city.
Well,
So, for example, you could be like,
I can't stop myself from taking Ratwise.
you could take Ratwise.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've had too many bad experiences with rats this year. It's been burned into my memory forever.
hilariously, because you've taken Ratwise, you now know the language of the rats. You can speak rat now because specific monsters let you speak their language.
But in
Amazing.
true monkey paw fashion, you now have tiny rat hands.
Yeah, I have to take Ratwise. I can't not, you know? They ruined my life. I know too much.
All right.
He's gonna become a rat.
So yeah, write down Ratwise. Oh, so what are you
I
guys
have
taking?
done so.
Is there like a nature wise? Because
What do you mean nature-wise?
like I felt like, like a lot of this time I've been like just foraging, just living off the land, getting water for the group, and just living outside for like. the
Yeah,
very
but
first time. I've been
why does this have to be
seeing what's related.
specific? So what would you want to do? Would you want to be like finding water-wise, or would you want to be like foraging
how
for
broad?
food-wise?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, how broad can I take it? Like,
It has to be
it has
pretty
to be
specific.
right?
If you want to, you could probably do.
Because this is the first time I've actually been living off the land. instead of just living off
Crowthorn
this-
wise, I feel like
can,
living
like-
off the land wise might not be.
Those are more
too
like skills
specific.
than wises.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a. Just the wording of it.
I mean, you could
Forest
maybe do
wise.
like you could do like Crowthorn hinterlands wise or something like that. It's like the area around Crowthorn, but not Crowthorn itself.
Yeah, I'd say like if you wanted to do that, you could do that. That might be a good like the
Yeah, like
the
Yeah,
empty
that's fine,
area
yeah.
around Crowthorn and between.
Yeah, like so you'd be able to
things.
find things like pools or game hideouts
Yeah.
and things like that
I'll
in
do
this
that.
region.
Just what did you say? Just
Crowthorn
Hinterland.
hinterlands.
Crowthorn hinterlands wise. So like basically anything that's not in the old wood or the burning wood or the decaying swamp, but is nearish to Crowthorn.
Yeah, so basically
Yeah,
the
because we-
area between areas.
yeah, we spent a whole season in this area. So
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, and you've done a lot of foraging and stuff around here, so. And we're probably not going to be, I mean, obviously we'll be venturing out of it, but we'll probably be coming back to it when we need to like recover and.
and I could always
Or if we go to town, right? So.
you always have you could change your wise during the adventure somehow.
If you
I felt we
use
should.
your wise in the 4 different ways, so you aid someone twice that they succeed or fail. So you use your wise to aid them to give them the +1 bonus. And you use to like spend a fate and a persona. You have the option of getting 1 free advancement, so like a pass or fail in 1 relevant skill, or you have the option to change your wise to something new that you've learned related to that thing, the process of changing it. So yeah, so you're gonna take Crowthorn
Yeah,
Hinterlands.
hinterlands brackets outside Crowthorn.
Yeah, I think you should probably just say like Crowthorn Hinterlands wise is like
Okay.
perfect encapsulation. It's a very specific area. It's broad enough to be useful later on when you're using you're probably camping, hunting outside of Crowthorn. So Corbusier, Wiser, what experience have you learned some new knowledge or wisdom for your exploits?
I've learned how birds can steal my language, and that terrifies me.
Did they steal your voice?
Yeah, pretty much. I conflate language and voice because both are used to express yourself.
Probably not a functional difference in this period.
Yeah. Like, what's the vocal
And
humor?
again, you
essentially?
could probably read, so maybe not.
So
Trying to
failed spells wise? I don't know.
failed spells wise.
Like dealing.
I'm thinking, what's? Trying to think.
What are your wises right now?
I don't know. I just have strange happenings wise.
Okay.
I
I mean,
I mean, that pretty much already qualifies.
My X-Files detective-like skills have come in handy at least once this season. Yeah, wizards. I keep like conflating traits and wises, so it's gonna be tough to think of one.
okay. So wises are like a area of knowledge. So they're
I have
like traits are internal to you. Wises are external. It's something like you know about.
I
Or-
can't do mystery wise. That's kind of redundant.
Yeah.
I can't. Can I do enemy wise, or it's like I can know how the enemy thinks?
You would have to do a specific enemy.
Okay. Alfwin. I want to be Alfwin wise.
Like you could choose like one of these people and you would be able to help them all of the time, I guess, with the
Yeah, that's not creepy or anything.
but then it's like you know about them. I mean, like I was saying, like Roman or Alpha, you could totally do that if you wanted to.
I could. That'd just be weird. I think. Trying to think. I was one of my things is like I'm always trying to look cool when I do stuff because I'm an arrogant jerk, and I want to impress everybody. So I'm trying to think what's a good wise that would reflect that, like style wise. I don't know.
I feel like that's a trait though. That's like internal.
It
I
is.
feel like
I
you.
do have,
I feel like
do have extravagance already.
so. We're gonna do the trait vote later. So maybe we'll do that now then instead, and then you'll think about your whys. So scars and life lessons. So you may remove any trait that disagrees with you. So you erase it from your character sheet. If you wanted. So this is like things that you've learned, or maybe you're no longer grim. This is kind of like where you would remove them. Or something that maybe a trait is just unused or abused. Should be nominated for removal. I feel like... Let me look, because it's either you could do it or I could do it.
Is there a maximum amount of traits you could have?
4 traits.
Oh, I got it. I want to do trapwise. That just
Trapwise?
came to me. Yeah, I've run into a few traps this session. And I got hurt once. I don't like it.
Okay. So you're putting trapwise for yourself?
I'd like to, please.
Okay. Go for it. So... And then Winter Tales. So... Basically, the nights are long, and so we sit around the fire and recount our adventures. In turn, each player tells a tale about the other player's character and the actions that they've done. It could be a flattering tale or something maybe a bit more sharp. After the tale is concluded, sum up what you're saying about your subject in a trait.
Oh, cool.
Remember that time Roman did that thing and everyone saw? How embarrassing.
Damn. Why'd you bring that up?
So who wants to start? I guess.
I'll start because I actually have a story that I can that I can think of.
Okay.
I remember that old man trapped in that cage. The pig man had sliced him, and he was bleeding out. He was gonna die. I saw it in his eyes, and I didn't know what to do. I couldn't help him. I saw him. I saw the life draining out of him, and it scared me. But Roman, I don't know if he just had seen that face too many times, but he wouldn't accept it. He did everything he could. He tried to. He begged me to help him, and I just couldn't. So I think at the end of the day, he's a kind person. So I'm going to nominate him for the trait kind.
I'm going to agree. Does everyone else agree?
I fully agree with this.
Okay. You get
Wait,
the
you
trait.
need trait?
You get the trait kind.
Whoa.
Or you can use it against yourself and be violent.
No, you can. Well, you can use it against yourself to be kind when you probably shouldn't. I didn't say merciful in mine, so maybe.
Good point.
Does anyone else want to give a nominate?
I remember Elfwin being very brave in the face of all those obstacles we were traversing the dungeon. That was fun. And even when he saw me at my most upset, he did not make fun of me. I appreciate that.
Thanks, man. Yes.
So you're,
I don't know if it was just indifference or if he knows like when I'm in a pissy mood, but he's a good man to crawl through shit with.
Damn.
so what?
I'm not entirely sure that that's a compliment.
So what trait are you nominating him for?
Indifference.
Indifference.
I mean,
No, I'm kidding.
well, I mean,
Moral high ground. Geography on which he stands compares superior.
Is that? I think the story has to go with the trait though. Like you can't just say a story then randomly nominate the
I
trait.
mean, if your point, so you like, well, yeah, what's the point of the story? What are you talking about? Like, what are you saying about me?
I like Elfwin.
Yeah, I know, but like, why do you like me? What do you like about me? What? I crawled through the mud with you. What does that tell you about me?
Tells me you'll stick with me to the very end, and you're not afraid.
Okay. So yeah, pick something along those lines.
Now
Not afraid.
sum it up
Loyal,
as a trait.
unflappable, or brave, or whatever.
Stoic. Can it be stoic?
Stoic, sure.
So you're gonna pick stoic then?
I'm fine with that.
I think I'm fine with that too.
Okay.
So
I will add stoic.
now
I guess I got one.
gotta tell a story about Tyler's character, I guess.
Yeah, or Boozy. Like he said, he was affected by so many traps, but because he was always the one that went first, he was headstrong in those situations, but also in the other situations. Like I remember thinking he was foolhardy, that he was creating a deed of some random police force, and I thought it was a very dumb idea. It shouldn't even be attempted, and he pulled it off, and it looked amazing and actually authentic. He's very persistent in his goals, and he has it. So I'm gonna nominate persistence for Corbusier.
Okay. So write that in, Corbusier, and trait persistent. Okay. I think now is the perfect time to pick where you're staying. Are you staying in the flop house or on the streets?
I guess the flop house. Seems preferable to the streets.
Please be in mind that the streets are bad when you're winter.
Yeah, I think the flop house. And I don't.
Oh, so no rolls necessary. So if you spend the winter on the streets, you start the adventure sick. Like you just gain sick.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna choose the flop house.
Yeah. How much debt do we?
So cost of living
It's-
for the flop house is 1, I believe. And
I thought
it-
the whole point of the flop house is you don't have anything.
so flop
get
house
to
is
free
plus
rent.
1, and then you get to make a recovery test. Oh, excluding exhausted or sick. So but I don't think any of you guys have that. But it costs, so it's 1 plus 1 because it's for the whole winter. So it's 2. So everyone's cost of living now is 2.
Okay.
So now, because this winter is a time of kind of like a time of honoring your friends and rest, you have lots of time to practice skills. So I'm gonna write the exclusion, but you get two pass or fail in any 2 skills except the following. So no practice on these skills. Arcanist, Dungeoneer, Fighter, Pathfinder, Ritualist, Scout, or Survivalist. I don't know. I'm spelling it really bad.
Sorry, did you type those in chat or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So any 2. So any 2 advancement 2 skills. So basically pass or fail.
And it's just 2 checks or 2 advancements.
Yeah, 2 advancements. Oh, that's what 2 TO should be 2 as in TWO.
Got it.
Not like increasing the number, but
Well, if you would increase the number,
yeah,
then
you
will,
can
but
increase the number. Yeah, but you get
But you
a
need
pass
to-
or fail advancement.
I understand.
So who's doing what? I want to know about your characters as you make this decision.
Well, I can't do Pathfinder, which is frustrating. I can't do Scout, which is also frustrating because those are the closest. That's
Yeah.
okay. I think I'm going to put them both into Scholar and give myself a 3 in Scholar. Let me just double check, but I think that's what I'm going to do.
Scholar. Okay.
Yeah,
What do you need to?
yeah, I think I will because I want to be able to write spells down in my book, so I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
So
So
you need to get a skill in something again.
You need the number of
no
passes equal to your current skill
to learn a
plus
skill.
the
you mean?
number of
To learn a skill
Oh.
from 0 to 2.
Okay, so you need the number. You need your nature, your max nature. So your max nature is 4. So you would need 4 attempts.
4 checks. Yeah,
Of anything, of pass or fail.
Pass
Yep.
or fail. Total.
to open a skill. Yeah.
So I'm gonna put 2 passes into laborer. That'll bring me up to 3. So I just need 1 more pass to get laborer.
Okay. Or fail.
Or fail.
or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's
yeah, so,
attempts.
Yeah, because
It's the number
yeah,
of attempts.
that's well. So 1 more laborer test, pass or fail. I get laborer. Nice.
Okay. Corbusier.
So it's a number of checks equal to the number you already have in the skill.
No, your nature.
To bump 1 skill up to the next level, it would be the number of passes equal to the number, and the number of fails equal to the number -1. So that's a really confusing way of saying, if you look at your sheet for criminal as an example, if you wanted to bump up that 3 to a 4, you would need 3 passes and 2 fails.
Nope, I got none of that. I got 3 passes in Scout, but no fails.
No, I'm saying
but for instance, you could give yourself 2 fails and level up your Scout to 4. For instance.
his Scout's 0. So
Okay.
you would need, your nature's 5. You would need 2, and then you'd be able to gain Scout if you wanted it.
But you can't take Scout because that's one of the ones you can't take. You can't.
Yeah,
do.
you cannot take Scout. So So this is practicing. So I'm giving you 2 checks to put anywhere except an Arcanist, Dungeoneer, Fighter, Pathfinder, Ritualist, Scout, or Survivalist. It's written in the chat.
Wait, hold up. I want to bump up. Wait. Hey, I can bump up Cartographer. Maybe I have 2 fails, but then I need 3 passes. So that doesn't work.
You could put them both in passes, and then you only need 1 more pass.
That's true.
You could bump up Alchemist to 3.
Wait, can I bump up Criminal? Because I got 2 passes and a fail. I could put 2 checks in there and go.
Yeah, you could do better Criminal.
I can do better Criminal then.
Okay, so it goes up to 4, and then clear out your advancements.
Alright, I'm a good Criminal now.
So you're Criminal 4.
I'm big Crims.
Then winter resources, and yeah. So where's your where was the last known location of your mentor, Tyler?
On the ship.
On the ship?
On the ship before we were separated.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna... Okay, I was gonna note that down. Alright. So now what? Loot. Loot. So strategize, level, or haggle. So are you haggling? Haggling costs 1. It's winter. Haggling costs 2. Cost of living.
For whoever does it, I guess.
Yeah. Guess you don't know what your cost of living is right now, so I'm just gonna take a look at the loot. So what do you have here? We have 2. So the wheel of cheese is nothing. It's not worth anything. It needs to, the ob to buy it needs to be a 4 or more for it to be worth dice.
Okay.
So
well, that's fine. It's still worth having.
It's not worth. It's worth food. The items that you have. Oh, let's see if it's the loot. I'm just gonna look at the front of the page.
Do you need to know like what exactly we have, or
144? Yeah, like what items do you have that you want to like?
Okay,
trade?
well I've got copper coins, so pack 2 of copper coins, which are worth 1 die, I think.
Yeah, so yeah, copper coins are worth 1 die per 2.
I've got the carpet that's pack 8.
Okay. And
I have a carpet pack 6
carpet pack 6.
and a shield.
And shield. Alright,
And then Tyler has the gems, I think, right?
Yeah, that was carrying in my mouth.
I don't know what else. Do you have anything else that might be like loot, or no?
Let's see. I have the gems. Would I be able to like haggle them with these rations and convince them they're worth more than they are? Like these aren't just rations; these are like artisanal.
Absolutely not. They will see through you in like half a second.
But I have this police credential. I can tell them they're confiscated from a wealthy person.
All right, so gems are worth 3 dice of treasure.
Okay.
Okay. So our collective cost of living is like 6, right? Because it's 2 for each of us for the flop house.
Nice.
Or is it just 2 for all of us, Sean?
It's 2 each. You
Okay,
have to
so
make
we're at
your own
6.
rolls. So at the end of
Oh,
each
okay.
session, you're making your own rolls.
But can we split our profits between us?
The carpets are single items, so they
Right,
cannot
okay.
be split.
Okay. That's fine. We'll figure it out. What are the carpets worth?
I'm just gonna roll 3D.
Wait, hold on. What?
All gems are worth 3D. Sorry, I just.
Well, no, that's when we leave.
The
Okay.
That's not
small carpet is worth 3 dice, and the larger carpet is worth 8 dice. You got the check.
Wow. Okay. What's the shield worth?
The shield is worth nothing, but it is noted. Someone makes a comment that it is stylized in Lord the old Lord Bywin, the Defender of Men, whose castle's up on the hill in the west of here. And so that's
Cool.
that's
Okay.
a shield in that style.
I'll write that down.
And so someone tells you that, but it's just it's just a
that's
simple
good
wooden.
information.
It's just a simple wooden shield with like the paint it's painted on. It's not like bearing at the standard.
Super valuable or anything. Yeah, fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you have 8, which is a lot of stuff. You have 3, which is also worth a bit, I guess. You have a total. So yeah, they're basically total objects. Whoever has the 8 could do a lot of stuff, or more stuff.
Right. Okay, so basically we've got 8, 4, and 3.
No, I thought we have 8, 3, and 3.
And the coins, which are worth 1.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I know it. I can pretend to be a cop, and like when we sell these, we can probably get more if we tell them it was from a police auction.
Wait, weren't you carrying the coins?
You need to do the Haggle
Alfred?
test, but the Haggle test is also worth cost of living too.
Gotcha.
So
I just want to make use of this thing, man.
So stop trying to haggle. This is we're zooming out. We're if we're playing an RPG game, we're just like simply like moving, clicking things around to try to sell them for dice. If this was a video game, but
I was gonna say you can use your criminal to make a haggle test before you enter. You could be like, ooh, you can look for a fence, or you can flavor it however you want, but you got to do it before you start.
Good point.
Wait, Alfred, you're carrying the coins, right?
I don't think it matters who's carrying it. We can split them up. Like,
I thought we can't split them up.
no, like you can't split up the.
You can't split up like
rights.
the cost, but we can decide who gets which dice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like, so one person can get 8, one person can get 3, and one person can get 4. I think that's the most equitable way we can split it up. So let's do that. But first things first, what else even is there here, Sean? So we know.
So there's a market. There is a. There's a market. All right. Sasha just gave me some like peanut butter.
Oh,
And I took a bite
What,
of
just
it.
on a spoon?
No, like in a wrap.
Oh, nice.
Like heat it up. It's very delicious. Yeah, so there's a market, there's a flop house, and a tavern. Yeah. And then there's like personal business. And
okay.
so at the market it's 0, but if you want to buy something, so for example, if you wanted to attempt to buy one object at the cost of 1 dice with the copper, just to try to get a successful test, to learn to open to open resources at 1. What are your resources, by the way? Does anyone have the stat resources?
I have 0.
0.
I also have 0, but I have circles. Ask me if anyone has circles. I'll give you a good answer.
Okay.
Do you have circles?
So-
Hell yeah, I got
So
circles.
Tyler's the only person with an instinct in town. Town instincts reduce the cost of doing that thing by 1. Kind of offsets the what's it called? Offsets the winter phase. So if he took the 3 thing carpet to pay his bills, he would still be able to get that roll and do an additional thing. Whereas if Roman did it, he would have a bill at the end. You know what I'm saying? Does anyone know what I'm saying?
No.
I don't know what you meant by instinct.
Well, I don't know what instinct he has. Yeah, what instinct does he even have?
Mine is assess danger when presented with a threat.
Oh,
Is the threat homelessness?
Sorry, I thought your instinct was search for your friends in town.
Oh, for my shipmates, yeah.
But never
I'll
mind.
get a lead on the
You
shipmates.
changed that. That was
That's my
your
goal.
That's your goal. Okay.
Yeah,
So you want to do something. So maybe
I do want to do something.
you get the 4 dice so that you could do a thing,
That'd be cool, man.
or you get the 8 dice and you could do lots of things. But what do you want to do? This is a strategy. Like, what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah, we don't know the options.
well, yeah, that's why I asked. So we can go to the market.
You go to the
Flophouse, I don't think we can do anything
Flophouse
there.
would let you do.
We can make recovery rolls,
recovery
but
rolls.
none of us have anything that we can recover at the Flophouse.
The
So that's
tavern
out of the question.
is
We can-
drinks. You want to buy a drink to recover angry. It's kind of recovering. If you want to roll a rumor, you can do that at +2.
Like to find a rumor or start a rumor?
Roll. You pay a bard some coin, hear a tune, and encourage encourage everyone in the hall to talk louder. You can hear a rumor. At a cost of 2 living because of the winter. You can hire help at the tavern. It's 2 for porters, 3 for guards, and 4 for a guide.
Okay, maybe we should just start with what we want to do after the winter phase, and then we could buy things to help us to do that. Well, like, what's our goal after the winter?
I mean, I'm gonna go deliver this bow, probably.
Right. Yeah, we're probably gonna head back. So, do we need any equipment or something to help us with this?
Yeah, hold on. Let me find the market sheet. If there is one. Um. Okay.
I just want to say I'm very happy that Elfin was able to achieve his goal. I think that's incredible. Found the bowl.
You could also, there's also asking around, so you could, this would be like if Tyler wants to look for someone.
Okay, yeah, so
You can ask around it for 2, cost of living of 2. You could do research in bound texts, like if you want to like read about stuff like through a journal, or like you know,
How much exactly is 8
8 dice.
dice? Like, give me an idea, like how rich we are or how poor we are.
I mean, it's like a fantastic fantastic rug, and people are willing
So-
to pay a lot, give a lot for it. The thing is like
So it's like
the
a
whole
couple
system is
$100.
like rigged against you, and so you're not. The whole point is that your characters don't really know how to handle their money. So I'm not gonna tell you
exactly.
how rich you are. It's just
Okay.
everyone's like, "Whoa, this is amazing." This is probably someone was to make it. It would probably take them over 4 years to make by hand, like a single person.
Okay, so we stumble upon
Sorry. Okay, so
something fantastic.
Let's
Okay.
gamble it all away on the medieval equivalent of a pachinko machine.
Do you want to gamble at the tavern?
not really.
No.
I just am trying to find what the cost is for stuff.
Okay, it's
Hold on, equipment. Hold on. Ah, here. Let me find it.
all right. So like,
Yeah, I don't know what this stuff costs. That's the problem. If
it's
I
on
want to buy
page.
something.
It's on page 37 of the book. If you look at the book.
Yeah. No, I have that's the list, but I just don't know what it costs. Oh, the cost is the resources obstacle to purchase it at the marketplace in town. Okay, so it's just the ob.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see.
So this to let you guys know, like the 8 needs to be on a single roll. So if you spend it at the marketplace, you won't have enough money to pay your bills at the end, which is completely a choice you could make. You could be like, I never pay my bills. I rack it up and I leave town and try. And now I'm like infamous in this town.
Okay, so hold on. So when you leave town, you go to pay your bills.
Yeah.
How do you get your resources up?
What do you mean?
Can you? Is that a resources? That's a resources test, right?
It's
Paying your bills.
It's a resources test, and so is buying something's resources test. You use treasure as bonus dice on resources test. You cannot tap
Right.
your nature on resources tests. And I'm not even sure you could use traits, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, well, my goal was to pay off my debts, so I'm not gonna buy anything.
Because you only have that.
So with that said, yeah, if I can only have the one check, I'm just gonna take the 3 and just go with that. So you guys can take 4, unless you guys don't want to buy anything, then I'll take the 4. Or if you guys want to drink at the tavern or whatever you want to rack up debt, I don't care. If there's something you want in there, it might be worth it.
So if Tyler wants to find his person, he needs to at least make a circles test to try to circle one of his former crew members up, or someone who knows something. He can either dig. He can either dig for a lead, which what is it? What does digging for a lead do again?
If that's cool with you guys, I don't mind.
Specific.
But yeah, you can take the 8 resources and so you can use that for your cost of living roll at the end. That's fine.
Digging for a lead.
So that's the thing though, like the market and the paying your bills are 2 separate checks. So you
Yeah.
can't carry value with you. I guess you can, but if you spend one at one place, you can't spend it somewhere else.
We have the 2. No, it's 2 cost of living, right, for each person.
Yes, right now.
So if I spend my carpet on that, what happens with my other 1?
You'll be rolling
What other
3
one?
dice against obstacle 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
the
spend my carpet for the living cost of living.
So you're gonna do a 3 versus a 3
Well, yeah.
versus 2 then?
I'm gonna and I'll do the 4 versus
I have
2 because
I can't do anything else.
I'll use the gems and the coins. I don't want anything from the list. So Tyler, unless you want, like I said, I'm not against using picking up some gear, but if Tyler wants to dig for leads, he's gonna need the 8. So
Yeah, exactly.
If we need resources, like that's fine. I can just.
well, that's the thing. I don't need anything from
Or
this.
maybe we give Tyler the 8 and the 1, so at least he has a chance to pay off his debt. If he
Well, no, he won't have
Never
a
mind.
chance,
Yeah,
right?
never
Because he'll
mind.
only have 1 die, so he may as well use.
and you can't pop anything to help that. That's right.
No. For resources, no, you can't use. I mean, I guess I don't know. Can you use your? You can't use anything on resources,
Can you
can you?
haggle?
Let
John?
me look. You can haggle, which is cost of living 2, but
That doesn't help. It just makes it worse.
Yeah, exactly.
How would he haggle for something to make it worse?
Haggling would be if you want to use a haggle as your instinct, or
Yeah, it would build your instincts. Yeah, that's true.
let me look at tests.
Haggle just seems bad.
No, it's good if you make a haggle test when you enter. You can get all kinds of deals when you're in there.
Oh, here you go.
But in this case, it's more expensive.
Resources represents the material resources you have. Ranges from 0 to 10. Hometown advantage. If you're at home, you have +1 advantage on using resources. Fire, food, lodging. Resources is used as an independent test, not a versus test. So you can, basically if the ob is the same as your amount of dice you have, you won't be taxed when you fail. But if you get taxed, I could provide a twist instead, as normal. You augment your resources with treasure. Op is represented as dice value. They represent bonus dice to be made on a single test, or if there are multiple items, you can use them however you want.
Yeah, so if you pass, how do you get more resources?
So when you pass one resource test, you will get resource stat 1. It'll represent essentially your credit. You're good for it, essentially. So now you can start making, obstacle 1 resources. So basically you get like a free thing.
Yeah, I understand. Okay.
You can only level up your resources once per town visit. So say example, if you leveled it from 0 to 1, and then 1 from 2, you just need another single pass test. But
I'm looking at it.
You can only use it once.
Okay. Well, I don't know. So it's up to you, Tyler. Like, if you want to dig up leads, you can. If not, you can't.
What is the thing that says you cannot use your thing? I know I read that somewhere. But maybe it is...
Yeah, when you spend cash, loot, or treasure, it insulates you from tax due to that roll. So, not that we can get tax because we have 0 resources, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Aw.
I don't know if you do though.
Yeah, so what do you want to do, Tyler, exactly in town?
I would honestly like to look for leads if nobody has any objections to the use of the resource pool.
No, they're giving you the most expensive things so that you can do things.
Well, I'm really thankful if you guys. Thank you guys.
And then
I'd love to do that.
It's not like a big kindness. It's just like
one of you has to do a thing.
I mean, you're not going to be able to pay your debts when you leave, so there's that.
Yeah, you'll have debt, but you'll have you'll finished your goal.
Now that I mentioned it, what's your resources, Tyler?
0.
Oh, okay. Who did none of us have resources?
You have 0 resources, all of us.
You start with 0, and I don't think you made successful tests in one.
Okay, well then that's fine.
I think our greatest resources at Roman is kindness, and with Elfwin, it's bravery.
That's nice to hear. So I don't know if you want to dig up leads, you can. If not, then we're pretty much done.
I'm gonna dig up some leads. I want to move on with my quest now.
Okay.
Nice.
So you can use the 8, or I guess you could probably use less depending on how much you want to spend. How much does
can't do-
digging up leads cost anyway, Sean?
I thought
So
it just spends all in one go.
digging up leads is going to cost 2. And let me look. So there's 2 ways to dig up leads, or I guess maybe 3. You could try to. So this is asking around. So when asking around, your character shows the treasure map or looking for someone who might know someone and talks to knowledgeable peoples. In order to dig up leads, you must acquire information from rumors, events, maps, or lore. Oh, you already have to have a thing you want, but I guess your backstory says you have that information. So if you have more than one lead about a particular endeavor, the additional information counts as supplies. GM counts the factors based on the questions you're asking, and then answers. Yeah, I've hidden behind the scenes. So you don't have a. Doing research. You're not researching. You're asking around. Questions you're allowed to ask. What question are you asking first?
Like in general, or to the first person they see?
As like the theme. What is the question that you're asking? That you would learn the answer to.
Yeah, what do you want to know? What are you looking for?
Are any of my
In general.
shipmates in town, or do you know where any of them went?
What's your ship called?
Ship's
Yeah,
name.
You're looking for crew members of the X. Whatever the X is. I don't know.
I'm gonna say the ship's name is the Saucy Machina. You said X, and I went to Ex Machina, and I thought, what's better than than being saucy? So it's Saucy
There you
Machina.
go.
So you want the Saucy Machina
Yeah.
crew members if they're in town or where they are.
Yeah, or it's a raunchy ship.
Yeah, okay. So this is going to be an obstacle 2 circles test.
Oh, okay. And I can't pop a persona for this, right?
For circles, you can.
I can? I'm gonna pop one then.
But it costs only 2, right?
Only
Pardon?
2 dice?
So he's making a circles test now.
Yeah, but it costs 2 to make it, right?
Yeah.
So instead of using the 8, why not you just use a 3? Because you're not going to be able to make the final test no matter what you do.
Yeah, but he
that's
didn't
fair.
know that at
The
the time.
circles
I
test
think-
is not a resource test.
But you need to spend resources to make the circles test.
Right, but we'll do that at the end of the game. At the end of leaving town. When you pay
Oh, okay. Okay.
Also, my
Okay.
circles are already pretty high. I have circles of 4, so if I were to add one, it would have been 5. But I'm good. As it's op 2,
Wait.
right?
Simply make a obstacle 2 resources obstacle 2 circles test to find the
Gotcha.
person you want. You can add your dice as normal to this test.
Gotcha.
The
Well,
cost
I
of
succeeded. I did not need it.
So your cost of living is 4 now.
Alrighty.
All right. So yeah. Let me look at your character sheet. I have things available in my mind, but I need your name of your person.
Of my friend?
No. Of your enemy.
Oh my god.
My enemy is Gary.
Gary, Hunter, former lover. You said they were a she. Am I correct in that, or am I wrong?
Yeah, Gary. Francesca Gary.
All right.
I call her G Lady for short. She's got that G force.
So yeah, you are pointed to Gieri. They, or she is staying here, temporarily, for the over the winter. She's staying with one of her friends. And when you meet her, she is several years older than you've last saw her, even though it's only been like a season, as far as you know, when you washed up on shore.
Spooky.
What?
Yeah, she's like noticeably maybe like a decade older.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
They've aged her, but now they're gonna age me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you find her. Do you talk to her? Like, what are you doing?
I run up with my arms wide and yell, Jerry!
As you approach, she like pulls out like a knife and like points in your direction before you like got a chance to like hug her.
Oh no.
On reflex. And then she's like takes a moment to like process who you even are. And he's like, and like you like hear her whisper underneath your underneath her breath, "You're dead." And then it's like,
I'm dead if you push that knife any further.
And she's like, Corbusier?
It's me, Corby.
And she like looks at you and she like kind of sneers, like, why are you young?
It's my sunny disposition, really.
Like, why?
I haven't seen you in months. What happened?
She says,
we were shipwrecked.
She says, months? The shipwreck was 11 years ago.
What are you talking about?
What?
I remember it clearly. Jerry, you look graceful.
She says, when the ship hit the sea, and we managed to get a boat, a life raft onto the water. When we were collecting the crew members, we couldn't find you, and the ship sunk. You how are you here?
I wash up on shore like I thought everyone else did. I know they set life rafts out. I would have loved a lift.
We searched.
As long as you did your best, that's fine. But it doesn't explain that. What do you mean 11 years ago? It's only been a month. What do you say? I understand the words coming out of your mouth, but the consequences of them I'm still trying to absorb.
She's like, I don't understand either. Like,
think I understand it.
She's like,
maybe being in the ocean moisturized me really well, and it's been 11 years out on sea, and I just turned out really good.
He's like,
that ocean breeze really does wonders to like feeling good.
He says, I don't know. You were the you were the ship's, like, you and your what's the mentor's name? You and Hermes were the ship's wizards.
Yeah.
I can't explain this. And then she kind of like, nor would I nor would I deign to try.
I remember Heems and I were trying to save the ship, and I got knocked out. Last I remember, and then the next thing I knew, I just woke up on shore. It was a sunny day.
Well, maybe you'd have to talk to him about that one. But I'm preparing to set out in the
Jerry,
spring.
do you know where he is? Where did everybody go?
Says, well,
Jerry, what have you been doing for 11 years? Why are you here in this tent city?
well, when we couldn't afford a ship, we all went our separate ways because you can't. Price of a new ship. I mean, come on. So I'm just kind of like looks. He's like, I'm in kind of older now, but I'm working as a kind of mercenary. But I'm actually gonna head out in the spring. I heard there's treasure up in the ruin. So in the spring, I'm making for it. Try loot.
Well, Jerry, I'll have you know I've been quite busy. And then I pull out my police credentials.
Oh no! Don't arrest your friend, please.
I'm not arresting you. I'm just saying, if you ever need a hand. So.
She says, "Oh, okay." That seems like like looks out, and does she know you were a criminal?
Maybe a little. I think she knew me more as a rapscallion than a criminal.
Okay. Well, would she know that you could forge things like to this level or not?
I had no reason to forge anything on a boat.
Okay.
And if I did forge to get on said boat, why would I tell her?
Says, I mean, that's your name right there. I wonder what noble you convinced to join the police force. That's a title, I guess. And
I got friends in police.
So she says, "Yeah, I heard there's loot in Crowthorne, so in the spring we're gonna go loot it out." Last I heard, your mentor, or Hermes, he made a home with the hermits, who are now rich at Clifftown.
Yeah. Oh, Clifftown.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's to the southwest of here, or southeast of here. Sorry.
That's kind of a career shift.
And he is fishing. He's working as a fishery.
Oh, that's nice.
Select
Also,
things.
don't go to Crowthorne. I just came from there. It's full of rats, and there's people out there that will try and kill you like pigmen. It's not safe up there.
And she says,
You're...
"Oh, I know it's not safe. That's why. But there's a reward when there's. Yeah. So I highlighted where Clifftown is on the map.
No, there's nothing in Crowthorne unless you like carcasses, assortments of bone, tetanus on sharp metal objects.
You've been there.
Yeah. When I washed up on the shore, it was the first place I went. It was the closest to where I was. It was terrible. I ran into several pigmen, and they were not kind. And I do not think they'll be kind to you either. I'm just looking out for your safety.
And she kind of gives you like a wary smile. So it's you that they that brought in treasure from Crowthorne. You and your group?
If you want to call it treasure, yeah. I mean, we just found some stuff. It's nothing. There's nothing really there.
As well, as far as
Excellent.
I heard there's plenty there.
Thank you. Why not advertise? We have lots of treasure hidden in Crowthorne a little louder.
I was trying to avoid that. That's why I told him not to go.
Face palming right now. Face palming.
And she says, "Well, so yeah, I heard their mentor was there, and the other crew have been working the boats in Alderport.
Oh.
So they'd probably, if you went to the docks in Alderport and asked around, you'd probably find the crew. But
Maybe we get the old band back together.
it's the old band. Haven't spoken to any of the old crew in years. The only person I really spoke to is Hermes. And him only when I'm in Clifton.
Look, when you're on the sauce like we were, you're saucy all the way. From your first wooden pipe to your last dying day.
He says,
can't wait to see the old crew again.
I don't know if I miss your riddles.
That was not a riddle. That was a declaration of pleasure of having served with some fine people, and then I tipped my hat.
She kind of gives you like a half nod and a snort at that. Like,
tell me more about what's been happening for 11 years. What did I miss? Who's king now?
She's just like, you better speak to Hermes about that. I think you should seek out your mentor in Clifton.
I'll seek out my mentor in Clifton. All right. Let us.
No need to sound so threatening about it.
I wasn't threatening. Did that sound threatening? I'm sorry.
That's just me out of character. Never mind me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so she's like, kind of like nods to you, and she's like, "Well, I gotta go."
Well, before you toast to the saucy Machina, may her spirit live on and her boots be taut.
And she like smiles, and she actually says it's a fine idea, and she's gonna invite you for to toast and to good fortune, for she is becoming an adventurer because she hears there's easy loot in Crowthorne.
Oh my god!
There is no easy loot in Crowthorne. Do not go to Crowthorne.
and she smiles and taps her nose like. She's like, right. There is no loot, and she taps her nose and gives you a wink.
Stop tapping your nose.
Yo, if she takes our stuff, I'm gonna give up my kind.
I'm gonna give up my kind. All right. Yeah. So she goes and she gives you she drinks some wine and gives you some wine. If you're hungry and thirsty, you would cure it. And then she takes her skin back, and she's like, well, I must be off, but see you around town.
I'll see you around.
Okay. So you have cost of living 4. You could do other things as well, if you wanted to, or you could try to spend the 8 dice to pay off 4, kind of like a reasonable 50% chance of success.
With everyone, I'd like to clear my debt.
I was just trying to I was trying to set her up as like a rival adventurer because she is your enemy, but not
She's
like
my enemy.
but not as like I'm not trying to set her up as like an enemy if she wants you dead or has ruined your life. She is a rival adventurer, keen to seek out loot where you are seeking out loot.
I like that dynamic. That's brilliant. As former lovers, we're not. Our breakup was amicable, but our respect mutual.
I guess she didn't really break up with you, but it just has been like 11 years.
Yeah, just functionally speaking, you didn't really have a relationship anymore.
Fox.
An 11-year break is a little excessive.
From her perspective, I guess from your perspective, it's been only like you said, like a few months or something.
And let me just say, she is aged like a fine wine.
My character would bother you, make a cougar joke, but my character's 140 years old, so I guess it probably wouldn't land.
Yeah, after some point age stuff.
What? You guys are all babies. What does it even matter?
11 years without seeing your lover? I mean, that's what? That's nothing.
Exactly.
That's like a long distance relationship. You won 1
I-
plus.
Not even. That's just like a break.
I accidentally drew on the map. I'm sorry.
What'd you
Yeah,
do?
you just got 1 year older too, so it's evening out.
It's evening out.
Yeah, that's how that works for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we could still have like a really good, May August relationship. It's fine.
All right. So, are you doing anything else in town, or are you giving a good chance to pay your debts?
There's not much I really need to do in town. My criminal's up, but I'd rather not do anything too criminal. I don't know, what can I do with criminal in this town? Pickpocket? I don't need to do that.
Yeah, you probably could if you wanted to like drum up some silver.
Can I do criminal to like drive real estate prices down just to give a sense of danger? Like
There's already a
start
sense of
carving gangs?
danger. I mean, that's
I
like
mean,
a
like,
good
start-
idea. It's
I was gonna say, like, don't we like this town is next to an ever-burning fire? I think that they're
No,
pretty
like-
used to the idea of imminent danger.
this is
No,
like
but
a
I mean,
religious
like, I mean, natural
bastion
danger-
in its like infancy, where they're like setting up logs and they're trying to establish a town to support like the evil death cathedral that's like weeping blood from its windows.
Which is fine, by the way.
I guess that's cool. Maybe I can like start putting some like holy signs places just to drum up suspicion that maybe there's an insurrection. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool.
To do that would be Hostob 2. Would you want to do that? Would you want to spend money to do that?
Which ob2?
No, Ob 2. It'd increase your cost of living by 2.
You know what? No, I'm just gonna pay off my debt, I think.
Okay.
No,
so...
wait. I got it. Maybe we can do a false flag attack where the evil church is being attacked. Guys, who wants to do a false flag attack?
Not me.
False flag.
No, man. They really see us. People are looking at us already.
Oh, they are, because I look great. No, I'll just pay off the debt, though. I don't think there's anything else I can actually do in town. I mean, we're good for resources, right?
Alright, so pay your bills and leave. Leaving town. Free refills. Empty bottles, empty skins, fill those stuff.
Nice. Free full jug again.
Free water.
Hell yeah.
Rememorizing spells. Magicians and elves. Memorize any spells you want upon leaving. Clerics would test theologian to rememorize their spells. Town events. So... yeah, let's have a town event. Roll 2... oh, no. Wait. Those were... oh, yeah, Peaceful Town. Sure. What happened on Peaceful Town? 2d6. Roll 2 dice. 8.
Pop a fate.
You find a lucky penny.
Hey!
Oh, hell yeah.
So
No!
roll d3. I'll roll. D3.
You're gonna roll?
2. Roman. You find a lucky penny.
Hey!
Yo, Roman, that's a cool penny.
I know, right? It's mine. It's mine. I'm
Oh,
putting it in a pocket.
Where are you gonna put it? In
My
your
pocket.
boot? Oh,
Underneath my...
that's gonna get mixed in with your other coins. I think you should put it in your boot.
Wait, that's a good idea. I put my lucky coin in my boot.
Okay.
That way, wealth will find you wherever you are. That's something I learned on the high seas.
Leaving town. 3d6. Who wants to roll?
A roll.
Go for it.
So this is like in the spring.
That's a fine roll.
Can I actually pop a fate for that? I want to
No.
Damn it.
Absolutely not. I don't know, but I know that you can.
So it says, you meet unlikely and unreliable would-be adventurers looking to add to their crew. Will you join
Amazing.
forces?
Yeah, let's hire Jerry to join us.
So, no, it's
I don't
like...
think we're hiring them. They're just coming with.
so there's like
Well,
a...
they should come with us. Then.
no, they're not coming with you. They want you to come with them, because they're setting out to the zone of decay in the ever burning zone to try to defeat the evil cult there. Rival.
Wait, is
the
that in
the
the
rival
is that in the Burning
cult.
Forest?
And it looks like a bunch of people who've been starving, and looks like they're fresh wound from being whipped into fever. They are zealots, keen on destroying the rival cult. Would you join forces with them?
This sounds like not a good idea. I whispered to the other two.
I think this is a great lead-in for season 3. What do you guys think?
I'm like looking down at the bow in my hand and thinking like, do I really want to return this? Maybe I could just keep it for a little.
Also, the burning zone is on the way to Clifton.
Is it?
No, they're
I mean,
the
I
zone
do
of decay.
have-
Not the burning forest,
Where's-
the zone of decay over here.
Where's the? Oh, geez, that's the opposite direction. But wait, isn't that where the other town is? The other shipmates are. Maybe we can meet up, and we can like get more of my former crewmates.
All right. So I think that is
I
where,
think if we go with
we'll-
these guys, we can find.
is where we'll leave it.
Yeah, let's just leave it there. We can think about our decisions.
Yeah.
So that brings about the I guess finale for this season. We're probably gonna switch games and play something else. But while we do, before we finish this, we will do the finishing procedure so we know we ended right. So beliefs, instincts, goals. Did you get your persona fate? Oh, I want to start with Roman.
Oh, we gotta square up our debts. We gotta roll
Oh,
cost of living.
square up your debts. Yeah, before we actually end, square up your debts.
We should circle our debts so that
So-
debts are round so that they can kick them and roll away. Squares can't move.
Alfwin, cost of living 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna use 4.
Okay, so you're using the gems and the copper.
coin.
Okay, so erase those. And
Do I just? Yeah, make sure you erase the gems, Tyler.
is it in? I think you have to make a test. Maybe?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, but it doesn't seem to be in here.
Other, probably.
Okay.
I think it says other skill, but I don't know.
Got it. Okay, so. Hey, I succeed.
So succeed. So your
Nice.
resources is now 1. So you
Yeah.
are well on your way to learning how to manage money.
I'm a person who pays my debts.
And you're fresh, I think. Or no. Are you?
Oh, I'm exhausted.
Oh, you were sad.
Boo-hoo.
Roman, do you want to try?
Sure.
So your cost of
I
living
will
is
use
2,
the-
and you're using the 3 dice carpet?
Yep. Yay.
What? You rolled 3 successes on 3 dice? That's crazy.
That's
Yay.
incredible. No,
It's not actually that difficult. It's like
Yeah.
12% chance.
So
It's
you can now.
completely
So
reasonable.
now that 2 people have resource tests, you can help each other. If you would fail, you're both bound by the tax. So make sure you insulate yourself with some treasure. But you could lend your die, resource die, in helping make tests.
All right. Well, good luck, Tyler. You get 8.
Corbusier, 8 dice, obstacle 4.
That's actually, to be fair, we actually used our treasure really well because you want to pass these tests, obviously. So 8, spending 4 and then rolling 8. That's pretty good. Pretty likely that you're gonna get it.
This is normal. I feel like this is normal.
And what was the ob again? Ob 2?
Obstacle 4. You're rolling 8 dice though.
Oh, can you fate that?
You can fate that.
Can I? I'm gonna fade it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Hey!
All right, so everyone.
He's like, oh, you came up short, and I kind of show like my cop identity thing, and I slide it back in. So that's what the last die was.
I like that. Yeah.
We're good citizens.
All right, so both of you are fresh, Steed and Tyler, for having paid your debts. You have no checks, and the grind resets, and yeah, the bleaching and skulls wants to lead us into that.
I guess I'll go. Belief. Everyone deserves help unless they prove me wrong. I don't think I found chance to give help, or what we gave Corbusier the 8 so he could do the things he wanted, and I was happy with that. So that's the only thing I can think of.
Were you motivated by helping him? And I guess, are you motivated to track down his crew now, I guess, is the question.
Do you have big friend energy?
Well, we got the bow, so we completed the first one. And it seemed like Corbusier really wanted to find his old shipmates. And I don't have a current goal right now. I'm just out there for treasure, so...
Roman, here's your goal. Here's your goal. Live your best life.
So you got to answer this. You don't try to justify it to me. Can you justify it to yourself?
Yeah.
What?
Can you look yourself in the water, which is also a mirror?
Ask yourself, what does my character want to do?
Did you satisfy your belief? Did you do an action to do that, toward that?
Yes, I gave him the higher gold for him to find.
Yeah, okay, so you said, yeah, you can use the gold we get from this, big carpet to, hunt down your crewmate. If that counts for you, that counts for you.
Yep. So that's a fate.
Goal, sell materials and get ready for winter, which we did.
Yep.
Instinct, help with lugging gear. I passed on that instinct roll for the shield.
You did. So it's a persona for, I guess... I'm imagining the selling the things would be making a successful resource test through the winter. I'm making that the goal. Okay. So that it makes sense in terms of a test you can do. So you succeeded, so you get a persona for the goal, and the instinct helped you, so you get another fate. So that's yeah.
So that's 2 personas and a fate?
2 fate and 1 persona.
Okay.
You did all 3 of your things. Who wants to go next? Corbusier?
Alrighty, I was just updating my age, because I've grown older, wiser, but maybe not taller. I'm middle-aged.
How old are you guys? I'm 16.
I'm 145.
I'm 36.
Okay. I'm a youngin'.
Were you 15?
I was.
Oh.
Wait a minute. You said your age was 15. Now
You
you're
don't
saying
know
it's
this.
16? Keep
I
your
said I
story
was
straight.
28 for the job.
Oh, you lied.
So, Corbusier.
You would have hired a 15-year-old?
I would have hired anybody with the guts to do the job.
I hired both of you.
With
Yeah,
promises of
to be
treasure in
fair,
the vault, which you spent.
Elfwin brought us all together, pretty much. He's the peanut butter to this tortilla wrap. Alright, my belief. Anything worth doing is worth doing in style. That is always my ardent belief, but I do not think I was very stylish this session. It was more of a functional session.
Yeah, it's like camp.
Although I
in
did
town.
achieve my goal. Yeah, my goal was to get a lead on where my shipmates ended up, and I found that in spades. Thank you, Jerry, wherever you are.
All right. They're ready to loot your camp.
No, they're
In
not.
the coming
No, they're not.
coming
I
session.
don't know if I imparted this enough, but pigmen are a superstitious and cowardly lot, and if they see so much as a midriff, they'll carve you like a fish.
I'm with that.
She
I'm
winks
with
at you and touches her nose some more.
Stop touching your nose. You're not itchy.
So you got your goal. So that's
I-
at one persona.
Oh, right. Now, my instinct was to always assess the danger when presented with a threat. I don't know if Jerry threatening to loot our camp is a threat.
That's a threat.
You haven't. You need to assess the danger. You need to make a roll for it.
Yeah.
You
I
have
did
to
not do
basically
that,
trigger an
so-
instinct and get a free roll. You didn't do that.
Alright.
So
I did not, because there was no threat. It was just
Right.
good old frenemies.
As for me, my belief is the forest is in ruins and it's everyone's responsibility. Didn't really do anything about that today. My goal was to square up our debts in town, which I did. Our instinct was to always haul as much treasure as is reasonable, which I also did.
all right. So that is one persona and one fate.
Yep.
Now the end of group rewards. So it is MVP, team worker, and RP. So MVP is the person who made a big roll, advanced the story. Team worker is the people who had like a right skill, right time, made a bunch of little rolls, maybe helped out a lot. And RP is the person who spoke in a funny voice, portrayed their traits and their conditions effectively. So I think there wasn't a lot of tests going on, but I think I might want to nominate Tyler for MVP.
I agree.
He made a big roll. Lots
Oh,
of
thank you.
dice.
Yeah, man. There was 8 dice. That's so many dice.
And he managed a success on that.
Exactly. We're in good standing with this weird cult.
Yeah, this weird cult was good to us, and maybe they'll leave us alone.
You guys can come back here because you're not criminals.
Yeah.
Not yet. Like,
As far as they know.
I'm a
Yeah,
criminal
exactly.
of the
Or at the very
mind.
least, we're criminals who pay our debts.
So
A criminal
we're-
who pays his debt is no different than an ordinary citizen, really.
I was gonna say we're just venture capitalists in that instance.
So Corbusier
Yeah.
then gets a persona. So team worker. I'm a little split between Alfwin and Roman, but I feel like maybe Alfwin wins team worker for casting the spell and also doing the labor test.
You did a lot of heavy lifting today, man.
True.
Both metaphorically and metaphysically with your spell. So I think that's is everyone fine with that?
Yeah.
I know
Yeah, that's a
Steed's
good
labor
assessment.
test was actually harder, and he had to spend a lot of things to do that. So I'm not a
No,
little.
but I also was happy with it because I could spend Persona 2 level up, sort of thing.
Yeah,
Well,
I
yeah,
can't-
but it doesn't preclude you from
but I
getting
think Alfwin having the spell in addition to doing that is like what put it over the top for me. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna say
All right.
I just-
Chris.
Can I just say I love seeing the
Okay.
going back in the die rolls and seeing labor test for lugging cheese. I think that's incredible. I
Yeah.
love the idea of cheese being this burden that Elfwin has.
Well, I'm imagining it was like
can
a
overcome.
like a big like one of the, like those rolls of like those ones of Parmesan that are like the size of a human being.
Yeah.
I'm just like, whoa.
Cheese, yeah.
So like
Anyway,
Just roll it down the rope.
sorry, is that a fate or a persona?
be a persona. So
Cool.
the RP award is the
I nominate Tyler
Yeah, Kabuzier.
for his inspiring and interesting conversation with his former crewmate.
Oh, thank you.
It also gave us a couple interesting hooks, which I think was really good by Sean also, by the way. But yeah, I like Tyler's exuberance meeting up with an old crewmate.
All right. Yeah. So Tyler.
Old crewmate, former lover, potential enemy.
I mean, they're
Frenemy.
rifling
Yeah.
already, so they want.
I love this rival dynamic. Thank you. It's so good.
Taps the side of her nose.
But if she does take her stuff, I'm going on a rampage. Like she won't be a rival, she'll be an enemy.
No, don't. No, she's just doing what we would have done if our roles were
Well, that's
reversed.
no excuse. We're terrible.
Terrible people. That's
We're
funny.
terrible
I'm
people.
not terrible as I puff out my chest and stare at the sun.
All right.
Okay. And lastly, naming the session. So at the end of the sessions, we like to think of names to. It's kind of like if it was a episode in a show, and kind of name them. Have sometimes on the nose names, sometimes not.
I don't know. I can't think of anything. All I can think of is a rug for all seasons. That's stupid.
A rug for all seasons.
Because there was rugs in this episode, and and we went through the winter season.
Maybe we'll have that name. A rug for all
I don't know. I can't think of anything else. If you guys could think of something better, by all means.
Yeah, winter, selling our loot for the first time.
I'm dreaming of a blight
meeting
winter.
new people.
How about cold winter blight?
Cold winter blight.
Do you still have a plague?
Starry blight.
Oh yeah. Also, everyone at the
Is everyone just sick now?
a bunch of
I'm fresh. I'm great.
a bunch of people in the flop house have mysteriously gotten sick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're vomiting
I
blood
never
now.
dealt with that.
I forgot about that. Yeah, maybe I could seek out a healer.
So like, yeah,
You should stop-
maybe
Next
even
season.
maybe even like the people who like you met, like those fervent people, are like they were like bloodshot and bleary eyed, and they saw you, and they're like,
I
"Come
gotta
on,
go, guys.
we have to go
They're in the
and
front
defeat
door.
the pestilence people,"
Alright.
and they're like, "Let's go."
See you, dude.
Yeah, it
They're,
was fun.
gone.
I'll see you guys later.
See you
Alright,
later.
see ya.
Alright.
So, yeah,
Now the naming is up to us.
so yeah, I was gonna say those religious fanatics were definitely diseased, and they want to go run a rampage on the other cult, which was, I believe, the cult of loathing, who they worship like plague and decay. So they believe that they are responsible for the blight, so they're gonna go try fight them. Perfect.
Big,
Connects
crazy,
it all together.
noisy, blighted town.
Yeah.
How about crazy, noisy, blighted town?
Blight town.
I don't know.
Rug. What is like rug hauling rugs? Is that
Rolling in the rugs. How about rugged winter?
rugged winter?
There you go.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
That is perfect. Thanks, Tom.
Much better than mine, anyway.
Rugged winter.
I like the rug for all seasons.
I do like it too because it's stupid, but I like yours because it actually makes like some amount of sense.
Yeah, I like the rugged winter because it kind of hits the winter session. Yeah. So I guess in between the streams, we'll probably have to talk about what we're gonna do. We're probably not gonna play Torchbearer for a bit. But
Yeah.
this brings a conclusion to this story. So
This season, we saw a lot.
yeah. Thanks for playing Torchbearer.
Thank you, dear viewer, for being with us every step of the way. And if you subscribed, unsubscribe, then hit the subscribe button again. We'd love to see that notification bell go off.
Oh god.
Ring my bell. Do it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, our one solitary viewer. I don't know.
And thank you, Sean, for being a great GM. I don't think
Yeah.
it's said enough.
Oh no,
Yeah.
thank you guys
Without
for
you,
being
there's
great
literally
players.
no game.
All right.
Stream. Bye.